You're going to love this. Trust me.
Hello, Dragon Ball Junkies. Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Josh. Today we're going over some more reveals from the Dragon Ball Super Card Game, Set 16, Realm of the Gods. We've got the Black Trunks archetype. We're going to be looking at all those cards today, so let's get into it right now. Alright, Dragon Ball Junkies, we're here at the Dragon Ball Super Card Game Facebook page. I'll have the link in the description. You can follow this page and get all your updates on the dot when you need them. So let's get into this new Trunks Xeno archetype. I'm pretty excited about maybe not this deck, but maybe a lot of the cards that go into it. Maybe putting it into Gogeta Xeno, or just testing out some new Overrealm strategies with Demigra, maybe Supreme Kai of Time. There's a lot of good Overrealm strategies and black decks that we can do with some of these new cards that they're giving us. So I'm really excited about it. I love black decks. I love Overrealm decks. Toa, Demigra, Supreme Kai Time, Gogeta Xeno, Vegeta, this new Trunks leader, all awesome, and you can really interweave a lot of the cards between all those different decks and make some really cool strategies. And you have a lot of choices with the Overrealms you can use. So let's get into it right now. This is Trunks. He's 10k black leader. He's got to activate main once per turn. Choose one black card in your hand and send it to your warp. Draw 2 cards. So you're filling up your warp. You're drawing cards. Awaken when your life is at 4 or less. Or there are 5 or more Saiyan cards in your warp, which shouldn't be too hard. You may draw 1 card, switch one of your energy to active mode, flip this card over so you can awaken very early. If they're not pressuring you, you can awaken as early as 8. You don't have to take any lives, so you should be able to keep your life total pretty high with this leader. And then this art, ooh, look at that Super Saiyan God Trunks, baby. Yo, that art is sick. Okay, so Super Saiyan God Trunks Crimson Warrior. This is a blocker leader. We've seen this on the Xeno Sin Shinron leader, and there are other leaders that have blocker. But anyway, blocker, when this card attacks, draw 2 cards, then choose 1 card in your hand and send it to your warp. So again, you're cycling. But this one, unlike the other side, where we have to warp a card first to draw 2 cards, this one's a little better because we get to draw 2 and then warp on the awaken side. So you want to awaken early so that you can start doing that. It's better, like say you have 5 cards in your hand. It's better to be able to draw 2 and have 7 and then choose from all those 7s what you want to warp, instead of having 5 cards in your hand, having to pick one of those 5 to warp to draw 2, you know? It's better to see more cards before you decide what you're going to warp. So this is better. The blocker, you could do things like defend strong battle cards that you don't want to lose. Again, since we can awaken at 8 life, we can keep a very high life total. We can awaken early once we get the 5 Saiyans in our warp. And then if we have any strong battle cards we don't want to lose that they're trying to clear off the field, or we have unisons, we don't want to lose too many markers, we can block with our leader and take life to our hands. So we're getting cards out of our life. Maybe we need to get down to 4 for our super combo, or we have some sort of strategy that needs us to be at a lower life total before we can do it. This is basically like self-awakening on a leader when you have blocker on it, and it gives you protection to some of your other cards. Activate main once per turn. When your opponent attacks a unison card, switch this card to active mode. So me and somebody, this card's already been revealed. I've already talked about it in another video. Me and somebody had a conversation in the comments, and I'm still not sure if my question was properly answered by him or not. But basically my question is, auto, once per turn, when your opponent attacks a unison card, switch this card to active mode. My question is, because blocker's an auto, right? And this is an auto. But our opponent, it's on their turn, so they choose what order the autos resolve, right? So my question is, say they swing at our unison card. It's their turn. They swing at our unison card. Are we able to activate our auto to block, and then in that same attack, activate our auto to switch this to active mode? So my question is, in one attack, they do one attack at our Unison card. Are we able to block and untap on that one attack? Because the way he's explaining to me, I already understand that, yes, you know, our leader's in rest mode, they swing at our Unison card, we can untap our leader. I get that. That makes total sense. My question is, can they attack our Unison and we block it and then untap in that same attack? I mean, it seems like we should be able to. It just matters on what order the autos resolve. Basically, can we resolve our blocker auto first to block and then resolve our other auto to untap? Just a question I have. Let me know in the comments if you know. But anyway, activate and the guy that I was talking to in the comments, if I misinterpreted your answer or misunderstood it, and this has already been resolved and answered, which it kind of was, but I'm still not sure. No offense to you. We're just talking about it. So anyway, activate main once per turn. Spirit boost 1 for 1 energy. Place 2 black battle cards from your warp in their owner's drop areas. Choose up to one of your opponent's battle cards and send it to its owner's warp. So it's got some board removal. All those cards we're putting into our warp, we can get into our drop area, which can fuel overrealms. Similar to Gogeta Xeno, these cards are not going to our drop, they're going to our warp. So we need a way to get them from the warp to the drop if we want to run an overrealm strategy. All right, then we got Supreme Kai of Time opposing the Empire. 2 specified black. Auto once per turn if your leader card is a black Trunks Xeno card. So this only works for Trunks pretty much, and it's your turn. Actually, there is another Trunks Xeno leader from set 3, which I want to try this new stuff out that they're showing us with that leader, because that leader looks pretty cool. It can get double strike, plus 5k. We're sending stuff to our warp and our drop. Good overrealm. So I want to test out that old leader and see if I can do something with him, because you can use this card in that old Trunks Xeno leader. I think it's set 3. When a battle card is played from your warp, draw 1 card and add a marker to this card. Okay, and then it's got a +1 activate main if your leader card is a black sand card. Send up 3 cards from the top of your deck to your warp. More warp fueling for 1 marker, 15k. Then we got Son Gohan challenging a demon god. This is a Gohan Xeno, 2 cost, 1 specified black, 0 cost 5k combo blocker. When this card is played, send up to 3 cards from the top of your deck to your warp. Activate main for 1 black if your leader card is a black Trunks Xeno card. Play this card from your warp. Nice. Okay, so he's just in there Saiyans. These are Saiyans, so they're fueling our awakening, going to our warp, and we can play them from our warp. Son Goten. That's a lot of these cards that we're going to see are going to be able to be played from the warp, so that's pretty cool. Son Goten challenging a demon god. 2 cost, 1 specified black. When this card is played, send 3 cards from the top of your deck to your warp. Activate man if your leader card is a black Trunks Xeno card. Play this card from your warp. Activate battle once per turn. Spirit boost 1. This card gains critical for the turn. Critical 10k for 2. You can play it for 1 from your warp, which is what you're probably going to do, and it helps you fill your warp some more. Pretty good. And we got this one. This one's already been revealed. We've already talked about it. Similar to the leader, this card is amazing. 5 cost, 4 specified black, but we're not paying that to get it out. It's a deflect dual attack. If this card is removed from your battle area, remove it from the game instead. That's a text we usually only see on ultimates and secret rares. Auto, when this card attacks, place up to 3 black battle cards from your warp in their opponent's drop area. So remember I was saying we need to get cards from our warp to our drop to fuel our overrealms if we want to do an overrealm strategy. Well, there you go. You can get 6 cards per turn with this guy from your warp to your drop, because he's a dual attacker, and that is not once per turn. And then we have activate main for 2 black. If your leader card is black and there are 8 or more cards in your warp, play this card from your warp. So we're going to get those 8 cards in our warp pretty quick. We're going to awaken. We're going to tap 2, play this guy from our warp, and then we can start putting cards into our drop area. And he's got deflect. He's not going to get hit when he gets played out. And it is not limit or unique, so we could have multiple of these guys on the board. Very good card. Then we got Demigra challenging a demon god. 3 cost, 1 specified black, 0 cost, 5k combo power, 15k power. Overrealm 3. If your leader card is a black Trunks Xeno only card, when a black battle card is played from your warp, this card gains wormhole for the turn. Auto once per turn. When you activate Overrealm, your opponent chooses one of their battle cards and sends it to its owner's warp. So what we're going to do is, I mean, ideally ideally, it sucks because it costs 3 energy. But if you could... Oh, it has to be... Yeah. So you could overwhelm this guy out for 3, or you could play him for 3. It'd be nice if we could play him for cheaper. If there was a way to cheat him out for cheaper, there might actually be. There are Demigra cards that let us play Demigra, so I'm gonna have to look into that. But if we could get this guy out without overwhelming him out, we get Wormhole, which means we can overwhelm twice. So if we could play this guy without overwhelming, we could overwhelm 2 other cards. So like if we could get this guy in that Trunks we just saw on the field, we could, play this guy. You swing with the Trunks, you put 3 cards from your warp into your drop, then you overwhelm something, swing with Trunks again, put 3 cards from your warp to drop, overwhelm something else. You can overwhelm twice per turn with this. I was wondering if Wormhole could be stacked, like if you had multiple cards with Wormhole on the field, if each one would add another overwhelm. That's not the case. The most you can overwhelm is twice per turn, or Dark Overwhelm, interchangeable. That would be crazy broken if you could have multiple, because we have a handful of cards with Wormhole on them now. And it would be really cool to try to figure out something broken where we could overwhelm a ton. But also remember, Toki Toki City will let our overwhelm cards stick on the board, so we'll have to look into that as well. Then we have Rebaloo, challenging a demon god, 3 cost, 1 black, overwhelm 3. If your leader card is black, Trunks Xeno, when black battle cards played from your warp, this card gains overwhelm for the turn, similar to the last one. Auto once per turn. When you activate an overwhelm, draw a card. Oh yeah, and his overwhelm, when you activate overwhelm, your opponent chooses one of their... So this one's board removal, this one's draw power. Pretty good. Neither of them get around barrier. Then we have 1 cost, 1 specified black, Realm of Gods, Crimson Heroes, strike, activate battle. If your leader card and energy are all black, choose one of your cards. It gets plus 10,000 for the battle. Then choose one. If it's your turn, choose up to one of your opponent's battle cards with energy cost greater than their current energy and send it to its owner's warp. If it's your opponent's turn, draw 1 card, then place up to 3 cards from the top of your deck in your drop area. Interesting little extra card there for Trunks. All right, and then we got one more set of them. We've got Son Goku challenging a demon god, 1 cost, 1 specified black. Auto when this card is played from your hand, draw a card. Simple cantrip, but it is a Goku Xeno. Maybe for Gogeta Xeno, or if you're going into any Gogeta stuff, thwarting. This is a fusion piece. We have Son Gohan, 1 specified black. This is a vanilla black card with combo power. 1 cost, 10k black vanilla with 0 plus 5. So a lot of times our vanilla black cards will be higher power at the cost of combo power. So that's pretty good that we have combo power on that one. Pan challenging a demon god, 2 cost, 1 specified black, 0 cost, 5k combo power, 5k battle card counterattack. Play this card permanent. During your opponent's turn, reduce the energy cost of this card in your hand by 1. So on your opponent's turn, this is a 1 cost counterplay. And then when it plays, if your leader card is black Trunks Xeno only card, and you choose 1 card in your hand and send it to your warp, when this card is played, your opponent can't attack with battle cards for the turn unless they choose 2 cards in their hand and discard them each time. So essentially, this is a black topo for 1. Yeah. It only affects battle cards. It doesn't affect every card like topo does. So it's like a little bit weaker but cheaper topo. Instead of paying 2 for a 20k body that stops all attacks, you pay 1 for a 5k body that stops battle card attacks, unless they discard 2 cards from their hand. Pretty good card. This is actually a pretty good card. Unfortunately, it is leader locked to Trunks Xeno cards. So, that's another downside. But a 1 cost topo for battle cards is great, especially if they're going wide. Awesome. Then we have a 2 cost Vegeta, 20k, 0 cost, 5k combo power, Xeno Gogeta. And then we have 4 cost, 2 specified black, SS3 Trunks challenging a demon god, 0 cost, 5k combo power. This is a unique. This is a 20k battle card. Permanent. If there are 10 or more black cards in your warp, which you should get pretty quick, this card gains double strike. Activate main, limit 1, spirit boost 1 for 1 black. If your leader card is a black Trunks Xeno only card and you have 3 or more energy, play this card from your warp. So we play this card from our warp at turn 3 for 1 energy, a 20k double strike. That's pretty good. Limit 1 though on this guy. You'd think they would have put limit 1 on the other Trunks card, not this one, but but it is what it is. That's a sick looking card. I love this SS3 Trunks Xeno. That's pretty awesome. And then we have 1 cost, 1 specified black Trunks, Duty of the Time Patrol, 0 cost 5k combo power, 5k battle card, auto. When this card is played, look it up to 5 cards from the top of your deck, add up to 1 black Saiyan card with energy cost of 4 or less, or 1 black Unison card with specified cost of 2 among them to your hand, then shuffle your deck. We have a lot of black specified cost of 2 good Unison cards. The Demigra that gives Wormhole, I think Pycon is a 2 cost, probably that Supreme Kai is also a 2 cost, so Searcher, basically just our Searcher. And then we have Birth of the Crimson Hero. This card looks sick. This is Trunks in Dragon Ball Heroes. He's got the 5 Saiyans behind him. You know, when you get 5 Saiyans, you can put God Key into another Saiyan. So there's the 5 Saiyans. They're gonna give him God Key. You know, I don't know why they don't just take turns and do it for all of them, because we know Goku and Vegeta already got it. But let's just go in a circle. And let's give Pan and Goten and Gohan God Key, right? Doesn't that make sense? I think it makes sense. Anyway, activate main, look it up to 5 cards from the top of your deck. Add up to 1 black Saiyan card with energy cost of 5 or less among them to your hand, then shuffle your deck. So a little bit of a Searcher there on an extra card. Activate, I'd rather use a battle card for a Searcher personally. But then we have activate battle, limit 1. Burst 1, if your leader card is a Black Trunks Xeno only card and you place this card at the bottom of your deck from your warp, so you send it to your warp with your leader skill or something else, and then you burst 1, so it replaces itself, but the burst is going to go to the drop. And then limit 1, you can only do this once and activate battle. Place this card at the bottom of your deck from your warp. Choose up to 1 of your leader cards or unison cards, and it gets plus 5,000 power for the battle. It'd be cool if that was for the turn, but it's just for the battle. So, you know, just a little plus to help you combo out of damage. Does this have to be on your opponent's turn? Does it? No, you can do it on your turn or your opponent's turn. So offensive or defensive, a little extra 5k. And that is it for all the new Trunks card reveals. Next time we'll be getting into the Debor stuff. So I'll see you guys then. So let me know what you guys think in the comment section of these new cards. Please like the video if you liked it. Come back for the next Debor reveals very soon. And make sure you guys are subscribed to the channel. Hit the bell so you know when I make new videos. Check me out on twitch.tv/DragonBallJunkie for live gameplay of Dragon Ball Super Card Game and all the other games that I play. But until next time, I will catch you guys later. I got a video and a playlist. You can check those out. But I am out. Peace.